This video is sponsored by Sakuraco. Welcome back to the Amiami Recap, the show where I talk complete trash about anime girls, sometimes anime boys too. This episode we're picking up straight from where we left off last time, so we're doing the last part of April and then the start of May. Let's get into it. Hey, this is cool. This is Aura from Overlord as a Sobin version. I think Sobin is an artist? But this isn't the first one of these. There's a really nice looking albedo that they did a few years ago. I'm not sure how good it turned out, but the promo pictures were so beautiful. And this one is the same. I really enjoy it. It's really clean. It's good. It's stylish. Given what Aura normally wears, I don't feel like this is in character all that much, but I like it. I just think it's a really attractive sculpt with a really nice skin tone. The stomach area, in the legs around the knees, it looks right. And I really enjoy the face. I think it's such a fantastic, happy expression. And I guess it's sort of a beach figure because you've got this Sheltier beach ball up here, but the vibes it gives and the quality it exudes just feels completely different to me. If you showed this to me with the manufacturer covered up, I'd probably guess that it was Alter or something. It's not often I'm blown away by something Union Creative is doing, but I really like it. Oh my god, this figure comes with Karibo? Look at him! Okay, anyway, this is Jaden Yuki from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Again, this is the sort of figure where if you cover up the manufacturer name, I'd assume it'd be like Kotobukiya or Mega House. But it's neither of them. I really like on this that because the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Hair is just so wacky, they have to just hard cut to the new color. Oh, he's got an alternate hand that actually has cards in it. Wonder if you can see what the cards are. Oh, it's so small I can barely see it. I think maybe they're all blank. It's kind of a shame. And I also don't like this slanted pole that Karibo is on. I feel like that might end up leaning at some point. With this harsh lighting, I can't 100% tell, but it looks like there's some good shading on his jeans. Pretty solid though. And overall, I do quite like it. This guy's name's actually Chazz Princeton? No way. Look at these little fellas, look at him. Anyway, the figure. Chazz looks like a pretty cool dude. I want to shout them out. It looks like they've used 4 different shades of black and grey to kind of break up the monotony. I'm not sure if that's part of the original character design, but shout it out anyway. I do really like the sculpting on the back of this coat. I feel like all these creases are really heavily exaggerated, but that just really fits with Yu-Gi-Oh! Style. And the rips and tears around the bottom, I think, just add a nice bit of flavour to it as well. Seeing Yu-Gi-Oh! Hair in 3D is such a triumph. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has like the most over-the-top hairstyles, and damn, AMAKUNI really nailed them here. And what can I say? I think I like Chazz more than Jaden. Here is Kouka from BEATLESS, a 1/8 scale from a Good Smile company. I love this hair so much. I think this might be some of my favourite hair I've ever seen. I think not only is the sculpt really good because it's just going bloop everywhere and it's a lot of little strands just enveloping this character, but the gradient they've got going on this is so beautiful. I can't remember the last time I've seen like a deep red like that fade into sort of a beigey yellowy color. It just looks so good. Look at it from the back, the way the hair just melts. I like it. I think her face is also nice. I don't know if that's accurate to the character, but it's pretty menacing. And another thing I don't think I've really ever seen are these very obvious like veiny arms. She looks like some sort of vampire, but I'm probably wrong about that. The veins just look kind of gross, but in a good, cool way, and not in a gross, bad way. Going back to what I assume is a weapon, I think it combines like some really great, sharp, small details, as well as like a really nice weathered effect for the tip of the blade that just makes it look battle damaged, but still really badass at the same time. I'm super happy about this, and I really hope I'm not alone in loving this figure. So this is the B-style Taiga version of Taiga, and this figure I think has had a little bit of controversy surrounding it. So the story is that Freeing put out a bunny version of Taiga. Pre-orders went up 10 months ago, and then she released in January, which is about 3 months ago. And then just recently they dropped this variant, which is the Taiga version, which most people think is better. And I would completely agree. I think the controversy really stems from dropping this figure so shortly after the other one came out. But honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal. If you're someone who bought the original White Bunny version, I don't think that this existing should devalue your purchase at all. Like, you dropped $250 on that figure because you liked it that much. And just because this one exists doesn't change that. Like, you still now have a figure that you love, so, like, it is what it is. And it's not like this one is flat out better, it's definitely personal preference at this point. I saw people commenting that the accent color on this looks way more yellow than orange, and since she's supposed to be a tiger, that ain't right. She's more like a bee. For anyone who got either version of this figure, just be happy and stop trolling people. I don't know. We're being real about this now. That thing? This is an abomination. Why do Maid Dragon fans keep getting repeatedly the worst figures I have ever seen for some of these characters? Like, they get done by the worst companies, they get the worst sculpts, they get the worst ideas, the production on this doesn't look good at all, like, it's just grey. It's just grey. They put more effort into this cat bed base than Toru. I bet there's someone out there being like, this is my jam, man. Why you hate this? No, man. Look at it. Why though? Just make a good Toru scale. It's not hard. Just put her in the maid outfit and make her look cute. At least give this IP to GSC or Kotobukiya or Mega House or just any manufacturer who are going to treat these characters with any form of respect. And then don't even get me started about Kana, because they're looting the lolly again. This is not okay. These make me, like, actually upset. Do they look like this in the show? Because they shouldn't. That's a terrible idea. Anime has gone too far. Again, the cat bed is the best part. And then, more than anything, it looks like a baseball glove. So, just give them good figures. Can't be that hard. What the hell is TENITOL? Is that related to the Miku, or is this like a new classification from Furyu? If it's a new thing by Furyu, that'd be interesting. At this price point, they could be competing against Pop-Up Raid, and I think that could only be a good thing. So there's two of these. There's the light version and the dark version. This looks like a stupid light novel author's version of what they think a Dark Lord looks like, which is a cute girl with evil-looking wings. Like, I don't know. But even though I don't like the choice of this blue, I think there's some, like, really cool coloring there. Looks pretty cool. I think the concept and the sculpt for the light version is just much better. She actually looks like some sort of angel. And I think in general, this just looks really pretty. It's a neat concept for a Miku, I think. And I like how they have achieved the floating effect. So yeah, not sure what TENITOL is, but if it's more of this, then count me in. The less overpriced looking Furyu stuff, the better. This is great! Show me more. Ooh. Yes, look at that base. What the hell, KADOKAWA? This is beautiful. Look at that dress. Look at the cutout. You guys, look at the cutout. And this gorgeous gold print on the front. God, that's nice. This is a 1/7 scale by KADOKAWA for around $140. And in the current figure market, for something this unique that looks this good with a base that just exudes quality, seems like a steal. I feel like not only would other companies charge more for what this is, I feel like KADOKAWA would generally charge a lot more for something like this. The detailing on the base is wicked nice. The scroll that's like half hanging off the table, it isn't hanging directly straight down. It's got like some ruffles in it to give it that extra bit of life. It's just, there's a lot of attention to detail here. Ooh, look at that leg. Everything here just works so well together. I don't know. I'm in love. This might be my favorite Kurumi figure, despite it being pretty uncharacteristically Kurumi. It feels special. I really, really love the look of this. Okay, here's another figure by KADOKAWA. It's the Raphtalia swimsuit version. I don't get why this one's like $180 when the Kurumi's 140. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, what the hell is this outfit? Who designed this? No one... Is the skirt part usually supposed to cover her waist? I don't understand the point otherwise. That looks so awkward. The blue outfit does come off, but then it leaves Raphtalia with this really bland, boring, small bikini that I don't like. I don't feel too great about her face either, it feels a bit weird. In the end, I feel like I can't recommend either of these figures, so I don't know. You be the judge. Doggo, 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 doggo. Doggo, show me doggo. There he is. Whoa, pizza time! I hope his eye isn't hurt. What's he doing one eye for? What's wrong with this fella? And Kate Bishop looks cute too. It's fun. It's a cute figure. It's a bit silly. It is what it is. Are many people gonna buy it? I don't know. But it's got a doggo and I think that's all that matters. And when's the last time you saw a doggo figure? Right now, doggo time, Korone, Inugami, let's go. She's got bread, doggo, VTuber doggo, look at her, she's got a thumb, is that a finger? She's got a finger? Oh my god, Korone, she took my finger, no. She's cute though, very precious. But sorry if you wanted any of these VTuber Nendos, they all sell out, like, immediately. It's now time to learn about Sakuraco. If you're not familiar with what Sakuraco is, it's a monthly Japanese snack subscription box full of 19 traditional, authentic, and artisan snacks. And you also get one piece of tableware. This month it's a bowl, a nice little red-black bowl. Maybe I can put some of these snacks in it. Sakuraco is really cool because they source their snacks directly from local snack makers, and that means you can get a pretty authentic Japanese tea experience without being in Japan, because they ship all over the world. If you've never had the opportunity to go to Japan and try some of these things, this is a great way to do so. And even if you've been to Japan before, I bet there's something in here that you've never tried or you've never seen or even heard before. It's a great way to expand your horizons. Let's see what's in the box. So this month's theme is Taste of Hokkaido. I like that the box has a different theme every month. That means you're getting something different every single time. And you get to try stuff from all over the country. And I don't think I've had any Hokkaido specialties in my life, so let's give it a go. What have we got in here? We got some little cakey looking fellas, that looks good. And a couple of jellies. A red bean on this packaging, that looks good. The tea this month looks like it is Hokkaido Genmaicha. And look, there's so much stuff in this box that it's gonna last me for a while. Okay, so I've taken a look through the very handy help guide that they include, which gives you a list of every single item included in the box, as well as whether it's suitable for vegetarians or if it has any allergens included in it. But this is really cool. I've always wanted to try dorayaki, and this box includes two types. I think it's basically just like two pancakes pushed together with some filling in the middle. Sounds really tasty. This is the mini chocolate dorayaki going in. Oh yeah. That's good. It's everything. No, it's more than I wanted it to be. I love that, and it's so good that they give you two of them. But I have to try the big granddaddy dorayaki. The red bean one. This one is much bigger. Let's give it a go. Red bean is so good. Excuse the bite marks, but I think there's a great ratio of filling in there. I love these. Okay, I definitely gotta try out this Hokkaido cheese cookie. It's got a funny cow on it. What's a cheese cookie supposed to taste like anyway? Alright, let's test it. I don't know how to describe that. It's good. It definitely seems like it would go well with a cup of tea or something. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to try is this sweet corn chocolate. I believe one of Hokkaido's specialties is sweet corn, so I have big expectations for this. Crispy corn puffs meets sweet white chocolate. Let's see how it tastes. If all corn tasted this good, I'd be eating my veggies every night. It's corn, but it's so sweet. And the guidebook doesn't just have like information on the snack, it's also got information about the theme itself, so that'd be pretty cool to read while you're eating your snacks. So if you're interested in having a taste of these for yourself, this specific box is only available until the end of the month. If you do like what you see here and you're interested, you can save $5 off your first Sakuraco box by using the code ANDO and using one of those links in the description or the pinned comment. Sakuraco's mission is to share these authentic snacks with people all around the world while supporting local snack makers, and that's a really awesome goal. Last episode I went on a rant about Shiro figures all looking the same, and this one has all of the elements that I said. It's got a round checkerboard base, it's got cards, it's got silly flowy rainbow hair. It's a Shiro figure, alright. However, I think compared to a lot of the other options, this one just isn't great at all. I think the biggest positive I can give it is that I absolutely love the gradation on the hair and the sculpt of that. But since a lot of these colors are very light and pastel, it feels really grating when it's on this very sharp black checkerboard base. My eyes just go straight to the base, which is the absolute worst part of the entire figure. It looks really cheaply made. In addition to that, I just think Shiro's pose looks really awkward and stiff. I don't know, she just seems dead and emotionless. It'd be another thing if she was like floating around or doing something interesting, but she's just standing there doing a little pose. Who cares? And it's a shame because it really looks like that hair is where all the budget went. I've been looking at this figure for like a minute and I thought this is just what she normally wears, and then I read it's the swimsuit version. I think, surprisingly, this might be my favorite Mushoku Tensei figure just because it feels like it has character and life to it, and I think it just doesn't look straight up hideous like nearly all of the other ones. You can fight me on that. I'm a sucker for characters who have like capes and coats and shawls like this. I just really love the shapes they make, especially when they're blowing in the wind like this. I think it helps a lot to balance out the composition of the figure, despite it being kind of weird to be there for a swimsuit. Along with these stockings, I'm loving the sculpt and the coloration on the cape. Even though it's white, you get a lot of this really nice dark detail, especially in the creases. I'm also a big fan of the red hair, some nice shading and coloring going in there, and I just really enjoy how all these colors play off each other. Like, there's not too many, but the way they've added depth to all of the colors just makes this feel like one complete, well thought out piece. Also, KADOKAWA still has this set for product pictures that just looks amazing. All the photos they take on this set just look so damn good. I wish my figure photos look this good. Here is Kaede Akamatsu from Danganronpa. First things first, the way they've done these flying pages is so damn cool. On the back side of the figure, you can see that her little backpack is open where all the pages are coming out. And they've used this really clever technique where the pages are all sort of barely stuck together so that they look like they're floating. And I'm a bit of a sucker for any figure that uses techniques like that to do this sort of thing. I also really like the piano bass. In particular, I like this little front section with the roses, and I really enjoy that the character's feet are pushing down the piano keys. I haven't seen or played Danganronpa, so I absolutely don't care for this little black and white bear fella. But overall, I think this is a really solid figure. I love the music theme that's throughout the whole thing. It looks like the little creepy bear dude is conducting. They're standing on a piano, there's sheet music everywhere. And even Kaide's skirt has music notes on it, which is crazy wacky. So I just love how complete that this figure feels. And I think this price point, $220, is pretty correct for this. And if I was interested in this franchise, I could see myself being pretty damn interested in this figure. So, big thumbs up from me. I feel like everything I'm going to say right now is just going to be a repeat of the Ilya segment from last time. Because it's the same thing. I guess they're based off the same artwork or something. Why are her legs like this? If these characters had a better pose, I would be so down for these figures, even if they are sort of expensive. I really love Chloe's face. I think her eyes are super pretty. And I think the sculpt and paintwork on the hair is just... It's so nice as well. There's a lot of nice detail all throughout this figure. And while the backing on this base looks kinda really weird, I think it fits in its own strange way. This whole thing just falls down for me because of the pose. I can't get past it. I just can't. It's a damn shame. Is this just a me issue? Isn't Strike the Blood like an edgy action show? Now this character's getting a Maid figure. I wonder what she's cooking. What if she's making a pavlova, a traditional Australian pavlova? That'd be good. I kinda like this. It gives me Alice in Wonderland vibes. As always with this sort of thing, I just enjoy the layering of the different parts of the dress on top of one another. And it seems like for this, the main part of the dress is an off-white, whereas these little ruffly bits are a more pure white, I think. For a figure that really does have a lot of white going on, the way they've changed up maybe the 3 or 4 different whites they're using is really quite nice. But overall, for what feels like a fairly random throwaway fan service figure, I kinda like it more than I probably should. And I think that's okay. One of the few things I loathe more than Rem and Ram is childhood Rem and Ram. And they only come in a set of 2. Who are the sorts of people who are buying these sorts of figures? They both look really bored. This doesn't look fun. And so Furyu here is effectively charging like $130 each for these? Like, what? That's insane. I think the only interesting comment I have to make is that I really enjoy the subtleties between the 2 poses. Rem is crouching here with her legs quite close together, but Rem has her legs apart, and I guess you can kind of relate that back to their personalities or whatever. I don't think it makes the figures any better. I don't know why this exists. Furyu is kind of on a streak of disappointing me. So Penguin Drum is my favorite anime of all time. This year we're celebrating the 10th anniversary, and Furyu is in charge of translating like the new key art to a figure. But it just feels a bit redundant because like nearly 10 years ago, Ulta released their version of Princess of the Crystal, which was less than half of this price, and I think that figure captures the character better and is probably going to end up being better quality than this one for that much money. Even me, as like one of the biggest Penguin Drum fans, I cannot and would not justify buying this figure. Not that it's particularly bad in any way, like, don't get me wrong, I still do really enjoy this figure. If the Ulta one didn't exist, or I didn't already have it, I'd probably jump onto this figure in a heartbeat. This angle of the figure is probably the most appealing. I love that dress so much. Like, if I saw this for half price or something maybe, who knows? Maybe I'd buy it. I really hope it turns out good. Tact Op Destiny Unmei. Doesn't Unmei already mean Destiny? Why is it there twice? This is cool. My eyes immediately go to this gold ring around the base. That looks like music notes. This feels like it's becoming a recurring theme. There was the Genshin Barbara figure that did something like this as well. This is another one by Furyu, and while I quite like her standing here really confidently, the paintwork and everything just feels a bit whatever. She feels very much this one shade of red. It kinda just looks a little bit boring because of that. I kinda worry that like composition-wise, the gold ring on the base sort of conflicts with the gold weapon. I think it'd be fine if one of the two were gold, but since they're both gold, when they meet down the bottom of the figure, it feels like the gold is overused there in a way that sort of devalues it, which is a bit of a shame. And I think that's also true of the red on the weapon. I think that just gets completely overshadowed by all of the red on her outfit. So a better balance of the colors, probably in the original character design, would have helped me like this figure more. Despite that negativity there, I still do quite like this figure just because it's cool. But yeah, I just wish there was a little bit more in there to make these colors less monotone. And for our last figure, we have Sophie. I'ma be real, I've been slacking off on videos recently because I've been playing Atelier Sophie 2, and I might start simping for her like I simp for Ryza. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna buy the first figure I see of her. I'm definitely waiting to see Ulta's version of Sophie, which is still in the concept phase right now, but this figure is by One Slash, who I have literally never ever heard of, and then I googled them, and then I couldn't find any results. So that's scary. And what's even scarier is this sculpt. They've gone for a very ambitious floating pose. I can only assume that Sophie is held up entirely by her coat. As I look at this, I think of all the ways it can break and go wrong. Maybe not immediately, but maybe over time she starts bending and her coat just... But if we ignore all of that, I love the detailing they've done on Sophie. Her little backpack especially has just so many little features and accents and things. Again, like on the front side, it's just continuing with all these little gold accents like everywhere. I feel like there's a lot here to get wrong. Good luck to whoever it is who's making this figure, because you're gonna need it. But now, let's go to the speed round. Wow, I can't believe they're doing pop-up parades from live-action Netflix shows now. Hey, you guys want me to talk about bunny girls? This is where I talk about bunny girls. No one cares. Literally who? She got watermelon butt cheeks. What? This bunny girl isn't even bi-freeing. And look at these product pictures. Look at that one. Look at this. They know what the people want to see. I probably should have talked more about these Origaru bunny girls because they're kind of cute. And they're not really bunny girls. I thought they were, and now I'm in the speed round. They're cute. I like them. I like the money. I like these gold coins. They look like chocolate, and I want to open them up and eat them. Yui is best girl. Yui is always best girl. Wait, I thought this character had booba. She's got like nothing. What's going on? I see where it all went. Subscribe to the Endo experience or you will be cursed with bad figures forever. Ha ha ha. Keanu Reeves Nendoroid number 2. Why does he look so sad? This version looks so much cooler than the one that I bought, but because I said that thing about Taiga at the start of the video, I cannot complain. What's up with all the 1-7 bunny girls? Who even is this character? Yeah, that's the good stuff. That is the good stuff right there. I will offer no further explanation. Holo's getting a lot of figures recently. This is another one for the pile. The glossy finish on this hair just looks disgusting, and it's nothing like this photo. This photo looks so pretty. This is gross! I think this is probably my favorite of all the Yoshitoku Dolls ones that they've done. Still too goddamn expensive though. Okay, I think I've done like the same joke on like at least 2 of these other ones. They actually look pretty good as a set, but god, they look silly individually. Wonderful Works, I love you, but you don't need to make a REM. You don't need to be like all the other companies. No more REMs. No. Just take this one back. Just cancel it. No one will care. I'm sure no one in the world would care. Prove me wrong. Alright, no meme, this actually looks pretty good. So that is going to do it for this episode of Amiami Recap. Once again, I'd just like to thank the sponsor of this video, Sakuraco. Remember, if you do want to get your hands on this month's Taste of Hokkaido box, you can save $5 by using code ANDO at checkout using the link in the description or the pinned comment. The stuff I've tried has been really tasty and can't wait to dig into more of it. As always, if you like the video, make sure you hit it with a thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel. It helps me out and you'll also get notified anytime I post another video like this one. And until next time, this has been the Ando Experience, and I'll catch ya in the next one. Bye.